Hi Brad, it's Chris Reed here from Ardor SEO, and I've put together this short video audit to show you the huge potential for your website. And the keyword that we were originally speaking about was freelance graphic design Brisbane, so that's the keyword that we're analysing. So I've gone over to Google and I've typed freelance graphic design Brisbane, and you can see that there's a Google ad that pops up the top, but that there's only one shows me that that's not very sought after keyword, so it's probably a good opportunity for you to advertise with AdWords. You know, AdWords can be pretty expensive. Like a keyword like this will probably cost somewhere like $5 to $10 per click. But you know, even at $10 a click, if you're converting 1 in 10, that's $100 for a customer. So that can work out really well. You know, you just got to make sure that those numbers line up. But what I've done, but one thing to remember is also that AdWords only gets around 2% of the clicks. The other 98% go to the organic, with the vast majority going to this number one spot. And so even the difference between number one and number two is almost double. Number one's at 33%, number two's at 14%. So it's a huge difference. And so I've done a comparison between these guys here, Duo Sister, as they're in the number one spot. So the next thing I did was type in site : and your domain name. And so this shows all of the keywords, all of the URLs that you have indexed in Google. And nothing too bad sticks out to me. Like, you can see that these are the pages that Google thinks are the most authoritative. You'd probably want these video production and graphic design pages a little bit higher up than, but branding is a good page, so that's good too. Moving to HTTPS is worth it. It's cheap, it's easy, it's a trust signal for both Google and your customers. So I'd recommend doing that. But the main thing that stands out is your title tag. I'd really focus on putting what it is you do rather than your brand name, because if you don't have a really strong brand and people aren't going there for your brand name, they're going for freelance graphic design, then it's better to say what you do first. So even just switching all of these around to having what the page is about and then the brand name to the other side, we've found that'll increase your click-through rate and conversions. But that's a pretty easy fix. So if we look over here, we can see that you rank for 43 keywords but are generating next to no traffic for them. And that's because you're on page 2 or further. And as the old saying goes, where's the best place to hide a dead body? Oh, page 2 of Google, because no one's going to look there. And you ranking for some really great keywords: freelance graphic design Brisbane, Brisbane graphic designer, Brisbane graphic designers, graphic design Brisbane, great keywords, but unfortunately down in page 2 and 3 and 4. And to move from those pages up is really not a lot of work. Or if we look at your competitor here, they rank for 318 keywords, generating 149 visitors a day, every single day. And if they were to buy that traffic, it'd cost a whooping $720, and that's US dollars. So, they're doing pretty well. But to see that there's way more keywords in the amount of traffic they get tells me that they could do a whole lot better too. That they must have a lot they're on page 2 and 3 for. But you can see here all of the ones like freelance graphic design Brisbane, number 1, and as you go down, so they're doing really well. And so one thing, Brad, is Google can't tell who's the best freelance graphic designer in Brisbane. All things being equal, you have this a nice website that loads well, you got all the right content, it's structured well. It comes down to authority. Who's got the most backlinks? Who's talking about you the most? And we can have a look at that. So if we look at you, we can see that you've got a trust flow of 11, which is not bad. It's pretty decent trust flow, especially that your trust flow is higher than your citation flow. That's usually the opposite, which tells me that you've got some pretty decent backlinks. Out of 84, some of those are going to be really authoritative, which is why you've got a decent trust flow. But if we go and look at your competition, they've got a trust flow of 22. So 11 to 22 might not sound big, but this is not a linear scale, it's logarithmic. So each step gets exponentially harder. So they've got a whole lot more authority. So if you, without touching your website, without adding any more content, changing your metadata, changing your site structure, without doing anything, just increasing your authority would move all of these keywords up. Now, if you add a whole bunch of backlinks, boom, these are on page 1. All of these page 4s will move up to 3, 2, 1, and suddenly you're getting a whole bunch of traffic. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Once you improve your site structure and improve your content, then there's an abundance of traffic to be there. So who am I anyway? Well, that's me right there. My name's Chris Reed. I'm the CEO and founder of Ardor SEO. And we specialize in working with companies just like yours to drive thousands of more visitors to their website each and every month. In fact, we've got some really big names in Brisbane and around Australia. You probably know WooCom in Perth and Move Ahead Media down in Sydney. But one of our biggest customers is actually Sponsored Links in Brisbane. And they've been with us for 4 or 5 years. We work on their website and their customers' websites, generating thousands of more visitors each and every month. So my only real question for you today, Brad, is would you like me to put together a strategy to show you exactly how we can do that, generate thousands of more visitors for your website each and every month? Then all you need to do is click the button below this video. It'll pop up my calendar. Just find a date and time that suits you and book in a call. Some questions I'd like you to ask before we have a call. Ask yourself, is what's your average customer worth to you? What's your conversion rate currently from your website? And what would an extra 1,000 visitors a month do for your business? Anyway, Brad, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found that interesting, and I hope you'll be booking in a call. So thank you very much for your time, and have a great day. Bye-bye.